Today I am here with Devashri. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself to
Yeah.
the audience?
Okay. Hi, my name is Devashri. I am a software engineer 3 at Walmart, and I completed my master's in Georgia Tech from Atlanta.
And there's a rumor, or not a rumor, but there's a saying going out. You studied for free at Georgia Tech. How did you go about doing it?
So I think you can get TA or RA, which actually completely waives off your tuition fee.
Correct.
Plus, you also get a stipend, monthly stipend of around $1,000 or $1,100. That really helps you to manage your expenses in the US. Yeah.
So I've talked about this previously with my audience as well because I did pretty much the same thing. And I think the stipend depends on the college that you go to. But what's more important to talk here is processes are different for every colleges.
Mhm.
Like I have shared the process which I followed multiple times, but it's going to be different for Georgia Tech and going to be different for other public universities. So I actually wanted to know what was the first step that you took in actually going towards getting an TA-ship?
So, firstly, you need to contact your alumni network from Georgia Tech or any university that you're going to, and then actually ask them that those people would definitely know the professors that are ready to offer TA-ship or RA-ship. Also, you need to ask about the batch size of that class, because the higher the batch size for that class, the more number of TAs they are hiring or looking for. Also, that class should be offered in both spring and fall, because if it's not offered in both semesters, then you'll have to keep finding a new TA or RA opportunity every semester.
That's a very good insight actually, because the TA-ship which I did at my university was subject was just for one semester. The next semester I had to go again and find something else and find another, and that kind of makes sense. So how do you actually find professors that would be willing to work with you? Because in all of these schools, they usually professors talk to people who are doing a research project with them or doing research work with them. How do you go about finding that?
So
I think at Georgia Tech specifically. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think what I did is I emailed professors, but for each professor, I'd written a specific personalized email wherein I tried to connect their citations and their research work on Google Scholar citations. I actually went through each of those papers, and then I tried to link that work with somehow my projects as well that I did in undergrad. So our one of our projects was about a smart blind stick, and a lot of professors had done a lot of work regarding related to visually impaired people or blind people. So that really helped me connect with them. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. And does Georgia Tech? So what we have at University of Illinois is we have an assistantship clearinghouse where all these professors they would come again every semester and post whatever opening positions they have. Do you have something similar at Georgia Tech?
Not really. They don't post anything, but it's actually based on alumni network, because you never know when the students are graduating, and as and when the students graduate, there are more vacancies created.
Right.
So at Georgia Tech, it's more flexible because you can graduate in 1.5 years as well.
Right.
So a lot of times you can actually find TA-ships in your spring semester as well, because some people have graduated. But for most people, it is fall.
Okay, makes sense. And when you say reach out to alumni, basically reach out to people who are ex-TAs or ex-RAs.
Yes.
Does it actually work? So it works at University of Illinois that they can directly refer the professor. And how does that process work when you reach out to alumni? So what do you say? What do they then have to say to the professors? Because a lot of times when I was reaching out to people, they were not really sure what they are supposed to say to the professor in order to help me get a TA-ship position. So
Oh, okay.
what do you
So I think I would definitely build a connect with the alumni network first. So what I did is I tried to find people from my undergrad college first, from Pune next. And then I moved on to people from BITS or IITians,
Yeah.
because definitely if your regional people would definitely it's easier for you to build a connect with them first based on your undergrad degree, and also you can actually explain it to them what is your field of work and how you can contribute to that TA-ship better than anyone else.
So that's what the ex-TA should explain for
Yes.
you in a third person tone.
Correct.
Got it. And at University of Illinois, where I went, like I was able to get a teaching assistant position for another school altogether. So I TA'd at a school called iSchool, but I was a part of the computer science school. Is
Okay.
that something which is possible at Georgia Tech, or
Yes,
do you have
yes,
to do? Okay.
that is possible, definitely.
And is it easier to get? So like you're a computer science student. So is it easier to get teaching assistantships or research positions in computer science department or at other places?
I would say computer science for sure. Yeah, because Georgia Tech has a lot of less batch size for computer science, and relatively quite a lot of requirements. Because as TAs, we don't only do TA-ship for grad courses, but
Right.
also for undergrad
Undergrad,
courses, which has a huge batch size.
Right. And if you were to do it again, like if you were to go to school again and you wanted to land it from the first semester itself, like watching a lot of viewers, they're coming
Yeah.
in for this fall or maybe next spring,
Yes.
and they want to get started from the beginning itself. So who are the right people to reach out to? Are they professors? Because sometimes professors just blatantly ignore them.
Yes.
You mentioned reaching out to people who are ex-TAs.
Yes.
So how should that strategy be for someone who's going to Georgia Tech specifically?
Right. So I would definitely first, as I said, reach out to the alumni network. And because I did not have a lot of alumni from my undergrad,
Yeah.
in Georgia Tech. That's the reason I had to reach out to more BITS and IIT people. But that happened very late. So I did that in August, which was already very late.
Yeah.
So I would definitely give one advice that start early, start in July itself,
Correct.
and spend 1 month actually building your DM or cold emailing them, and try to understand that which emails or cold DMs actually work and
Right.
get you answers and which don't.
Correct. That's actually very good advice. And imagine if something did not get a TA-ship in their first semester or second semester. What should they do at particularly Georgia Tech? So what we usually do is I usually recommend is if you didn't get, try becoming a grader for that course, and the next semester you can become a teaching assistant. What how does it work at Georgia Tech if you didn't, and for example, if you weren't able to land a teaching assistantship the first semester, what would you have done differently in order to get it for the second semester?
So basically, there's no grader job, especially for masters in Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
So what I would have done is, firstly, I would have taken that course that I'm interested in the first semester, so that I know that I have already done that course, and I'll try to get a 4 GPA in that course.
Right.
That definitely makes me eligible. Also, during that course, I will try to ask more questions to the professor during TA hours or during the professor hours as well, and so try to just build your visibility
With
for
the
with
professor.
the professor. Yes, that helps.
And is the end hiring decision with the professor itself at Georgia Tech? So for us, it's a community, like a committee which sits and hires people. It's not the professors can give the preferences,
Yeah.
but it's not necessary that those people are the ones who will be final. But is that same
Correct.
at Georgia Tech?
So actually, it depends on the courses. Some courses, which have lower batch size, definitely the professor itself is handling that. But for my course, it was high performance computing, which is a quite widely used course. So for that, there was a community, a committee. Yes,
okay.
committee. Sorry.
Gotcha. So that's all the questions I had. Thank you so much. I'll put all of this down in the comments, make a document for you guys, and you guys can follow that. Just download it, and possibly if you guys are going to Georgia Tech, you can take inspiration from her journey over here and do it for yourself. Thank you so much.